are live, I think. Wait 1 second. I thought I had everything prepared. I still need to do one of those intro thingies where I would go live. And like there's a countdown or whatever. All right. We're live. It's been a minute. Today is May 6th, Wednesday, 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coming to you live. It's not Saturday night. I wish I was more prepared. Sorry. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's been a moment. Sorry, I just updated my watch. Can you see? Hold on. Well, whatever. I just updated it. It's got the glass look now, liquid glass. And it's asking me to take a tour. Take a tour? Why not? Let's take a tour. Oh, what is this? Come on, there we go. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Hold on. Here we go. Secondary camera. Boom. Let's walk through this together. Let's make this bigger too. It says press the digital crown to see your apps. Hopefully you can hear me. Press the digital crown to return to your watch face. Oh, don't mind me, my nails are painted. This is from a side quest this past weekend. But anyway, this is just the basic controls of the watch. I already know all this stuff. Press the side button to close control center. It's acting as if I don't know how to use this. Anyway. Welcome to Apple Watch. Hold up, you can't even see me. Let's get that out of the way. I kind of revealed what is new this today. So we're taking a little break from the coding. On stream anyway. I'm doing that in the background. But on stream, we're taking a break from that. And we're going into my other hobby, music making. And yeah, I have the secondary camera. You can see we're going to be looking at the sp404. We're going to learn the sp404. I've already got the video manual loaded up here. It's the I'm looking at the updates right now. Currently there was a big video manual. I got through like an hour and a half of that. Now there's all the updates. There's like 5 or so updates. I'm on the 3rd one. So, and I will be taking notes as well too. Yeah. Let's see, can you guys see that? Alright. I would like to hide everything. Nope, I can't. Oh, alright. Or, you know what, I have a better idea. We're gonna do this on my iPad. Alright, is that blocking? Oh no, it is blocking. Hold on. Here we go. There we go, baby. Now I can... Oh, fudge. My iPad's dead. God damn it. Not prepared today. This is what happens when you work 8 hours a day. I'm only down to like 30 minutes, or an hour and 30 minutes of free time. But anyway, let's just jump into it. I want to get back to learning. Turn the background music off. Yeah, alright. So let's do this.
Alright,
I gotta start from the beginning because I kind of was cheating and looked at some of it. Hopefully that's not too loud for y'all. Okay, looks good.
Hi guys, PJ from Roland here, and today I'm going to be showing you through the sp404 Mark II
We're gonna go a
firmware
little
version
fast.
3.0.
1.5
This
speed.
massive update adds a stack of new features for new performance workflows, a majorly boosted DJ mode, improved MIDI sync implementation for jamming with external instruments, and loads of additional enhancements. In version 3.0, the sequencer has now been upgraded to provide improved stability for playing back multiple samples. This is great for jamming with files from your recording sessions or bounce straight from your DAW. In this example, I've bounced out some 8-bar files from my DAW.
Alright, I'm getting my notes set up
I've
here.
sequenced these files using trrec to play on the first beat.
Alright, I gotta slow down. Alright, this is too fast. Hold on, slow down.
Now that they are playing back in sync, I can finger drum, drop new samples, and manipulate straight from your DAW. In this example, I've bounced out some 8-bar files from my DAW. This is great for jamming with files from your recording sessions or bounce straight from your DAW. In this example, I've bounced out some 8-bar files from my DAW.
Multi-track audio, okay. So you bounced out some 8-bar files.
I've sequenced these files using trrec to play on the first beat.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Pretty standard.
Now that they are playing back in sync, I can finger drum, drop new samples, and manipulate my track with effects.
I feel like I don't have to write this down.
With the upgraded version 3.0 MIDI clock output, I can confidently sync external instruments to my session for expanded performances. If you go to Utility and System, and then go to the MIDI menu.
This is pretty standard. I don't think I need to notate this.
On. This will now send MIDI clock and stop to any attached hardware. If you need to finesse sync timing, you can go to Utility, then MIDI tab, and then set the sync delay value to tighten it up. Here I have the MC101 attached via MIDI and running into my external input. If I go to the pattern sequencer, when I start a pattern playing on the SP, it will also start the clock on the MC101, so now I can drop in new synth layers on the fly. On top of adding external instruments, it is now possible to mute.
Hold on, before we get started, I need to do something. Hold on. Background scene, behind the scenes stuff. Hold on. I just want to change the stream title real quick. Because we're not testing anymore. We're out of that. Dang. We're getting meta here. Where's the... I don't know how to work this. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh well, that's just gonna be called this, I guess. Never mind. Alright, let's go back.
Mute and automate playing pads in the pattern sequencer. This is great for using with my extended multi-track audio files to create dynamic changes and arrange my performance on the fly. To do this, enter the pattern sequencer and choose the pattern you want to edit. Then press pattern select.
Okay. I think I know what this does. So, pad mute can mute certain samples while playing a pattern.
Select to access your bank of samples. Once you're in here, press Shift, Reverse and Remain to enter pad mute mode. The pads will now turn white.
Oh, I need that.
Here, press Shift, Reverse,
Shift,
Remain.
Reverse, Remain.
Once you're in here, press Shift, Reverse and Remain to do this, enter the pattern sequencer and choose the pattern you want to edit.
Okay, let's write that down. Go to enter pattern sequencer mode. Select pattern you want to edit.
Then press pattern select to access your bank of samples. Once you're in here, pattern select to access your bank of samples.
Click pattern select to enter bank of samples. Okay.
Once you're in here, press Shift, Reverse and Remain to
press Shift plus what now? Reverse and Remain
to enter pad mute mode.
Well, I'll just say equals pad mute mode. I'm gonna do this. Pad. I realize y'all probably can't see this. It's probably really tiny, but oh well. I don't know how to make it bigger. Edit. It's kind of tiny for me, honestly. So let's see. Can I make it big? View. Zoom in, please. Oh yeah, that's better. Do that again. Do that again. Oh. Now we're talking. One more time. Where you at? Where you at? I just lost you. Oh, there you are. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright. Alright, now we can go back and forth.
The pads will now turn white.
Pads should turn white. Okay.
If you press record now, when you mute pads, it will record the pad mute automation and play it back.
Press record. Oh wait, hold up. So pad should turn white. I should say select which pad you want to mute. So we're gonna say press record to enter automation.
If you would like to delete some pad automation, just press delete and hold a pad. If we press shift and reverse,
hold up.
If you would like to delete some pad automation, just press delete and hold a pad.
To delete an automation, delete plus, delete, then press pad. I think that's what he said.
If you would like to delete some pad automation, just press delete and hold a pad.
Hold the pad, okay. Then hold the pad, alright.
If we press shift and reverse, we can turn the pad automation off. And if we press shift and
reverse, does what now?
Shift and reverse, we can turn the pad automation off. And if we press shift and remain and reverse, we can turn it back on again.
Shift plus reverse turns off automation. Shift plus remain plus reverse turns automation back on. Let's double check.
If you would like to delete some pad automation, just press delete and hold a pad.
Right.
If we press shift and reverse, we can turn the pad automation off. And if we press shift and remain and reverse, we can turn it back on again. In reverse, we can turn the pad automation off. And if we press shift and remain and reverse, we can turn it back on again.
Ooh, sp404. It's like a, it's a little arcane. It's kind of got a lot of shortcuts and stuff. Alright, effects,
really cool
motion recording.
Is now, whilst in pattern record, you can also motion record your effects movement. This lets me add...
Okay. Can record... What did he call it? Motion effects.
Another really cool feature is now whilst in pattern record, you can also motion record your effects movement.
Motion record, can motion record effects movements.
This lets me add even more detail and movement to my pattern. To do this, press Pattern Select and choose your pattern. This works in both TR-Rec and real-time modes, but in this example, I'm going to press Record to enter real-time recording. I can now press the Mark button to start motion recording.
Let's see what happens here. Okay, alright.
Notice that it also records me turning the effects on or off.
Okay, alright. In TR-Rec mode, you can record any movement with the effects or turn them off or on. Okay. Let's go back.
And movement to my
So
pattern.
it goes into
To do
pattern
this, press pattern
mode.
select and choose your pattern. This works in both TREC and real-time modes, but in this example, I'm going to press record to enter.
Oh,
real-time.
he presses record to enter real-time mode. Okay. Or in real-time mode, real-time recording mode. Okay. Moving along here, moving along.
I can now press the mark button to start motion recording.
Oh, we have to press mark. Press mark to start motion recording. Okay.
Notice that it also records me turning the effect on or off. When you have recorded your movements, you can then press Start End to turn playback on or off, or you can press Shift and Mark to delete your motion recording.
Oh, sorry, I was dancing. I wasn't paying attention. Got too busy, caught up in the music.
You can then press Start End to turn playback on or off, or you can press Shift and Mark to delete your motion recording.
Okay, you can press Start End to turn off motion recording. And press what to delete it?
You can then press Start End to turn playback on or off, or you can press Shift and Mark to delete your motion.
Press Shift and mark to delete motion recording. Also, let's make our review a little bit big. Hold up, why is it not letting me? There we go, hold up, I just want to make it a little bit bigger. There we go. Alright.
Recording. You can
Copy
now
specific
make a bunch
pattern
of
samples
of a single master pattern. If I take the pattern I was just working with, I can quickly copy specific samples from this and paste them into a new pattern. So this will make
okay, I like that.
master pattern. If I take the pattern I was just working with, I can quickly copy specific.
Alright, let's get that down. You can I'll just say copy specific samples from pattern.
Specific samples from this and paste them into
a new pattern.
So this will make it really easy for me to make a bunch of different variations of my.
Helps make a bunch of different variations.
Main pattern, like just drums and bass, for example, or just sample and bass. Then I would be able to play them back to create a song structure, or even use pattern chain to lock in an arrangement and jam over the top of it. To do this, when copying a pattern, I'll press Remain when the pattern is selected. And then using the pads, I can choose which samples I want to.
I just realized I still have this camera on, or you can see my hands. I didn't even realize that. Whatever. Alright. I don't need to mess with that. Alright, back to the main topic at hand here. Got distracted. Got distracted a little bit.
Or just sample and bass. Then I would be able to play them back to create a song structure, or even use pattern chain to lock in an arrangement and jam over the top of it. To do this, when copying a pattern, I'll press remain when the pattern is selected.
Oh, what's he doing here? What's he doing?
Or even use pattern chain to lock in an arrangement and jam over the top of it. To do this, when copying a pattern,
press copy and pattern select mode.
I'll press remain when the
Press remain.
Pattern is selected.
After pattern is selected.
And then using the pads, I can choose which samples I want to include in the new pattern.
Choose which pads you want in new pattern. Wow, this is amazing, actually. It's weird that it took a few updates to have this feature, but it's the little things. It's the little things.
So here I'm just going to choose my drums and my bass, and then I'm going to press remain again and choose.
Okay. Press remain again.
Use a pad to copy to. Now when I
Choose pad to copy to.
press enter, you will hear I have a new pattern with.
Then press enter to confirm.
Just drums and bass.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
You can
Convert
now
pattern to
convert
sample.
or bounce your patterns to audio samples. This helps to convert complex musical moments.
I thought you had to resample for this, but I guess not.
Like the pattern.
Well, I guess you still could resample it. Let's see.
Into easily manageable samples. To do this, press pattern select, and I'm going to choose. You can now.
I'm gonna write that in. Hold on. Bounce pattern to sample. Not resampling.
Now convert or bounce your patterns to audio samples. This helps to convert complex musical moments, like the pattern I was just playing, into easily manageable samples. To do this, press pattern select, and I'm going to choose this pattern.
Pattern select mode. Choose pattern.
Then if we press copy and we choose the pattern, now if we press pattern select, you can see at the top of the destination it has pattern.
Whoa, what
choose
the
this
heck?
pattern. Then if we press copy and we choose the pattern,
Press copy.
now if we press pattern, then if we press copy and we choose the pattern, now if we press pattern select,
Choose same pattern again.
you can see at the top of the and we choose the pattern. Now if we press pattern select,
Press pattern select again. You should really explain why you're doing all this. It seems very arcane and wizard-like, doing all these different combinations.
you can see at the top of the destination it has changed to sample. I'm going to put my new sample here, and then we press copy again to back.
choose empty, or choose pad to lay down, to bounce to, rather. Choose pad to bounce to. Click copy to confirm.
To bounce the pattern to the pad.
Come on, come on.
When you're in the copy screen and you've selected your pattern, you can use the remain button to choose which samples you want to include when converting.
So after you choose your pattern, press copy. We'll do an optional. Press remain to choose. I'll say optional here. There we go. Make it obvious. Press remain to choose which samples get bounced.
This makes it easy to bounce the pattern. When you're in the copy screen and you've selected your pattern, you can use the
Let's back up.
pattern to the pad.
He does it so fast.
When you're in the copy screen and you've selected your pattern,
Alright.
you can use the
I feel like this step should go here, actually. You know what? I have my sp404 that I can test this out on. Let's see. Y'all probably can't hear it, but that's alright. I'm just doing this for me right now. So I want to copy a pattern. Then I click remain. So I go to pattern select mode, click choose a pattern, say copy, and if I click remain, oh yeah, okay. That's actually pretty cool. Wonder if you guys can hear that in the background. Probably not. It's probably too faint. Alright, let's run that through that again. So press pattern select, choose pattern, press copy, and then press remain. Yep, and there we go. Very cool, very cool. Yeah, definitely need notes for this type of... There's no way I would have remembered that. There's no way.
The remain button to choose which samples you want to include when converting. This makes it easy to bounce out the separate parts as stem groups. So for example, if I choose just these pads, this will bounce just the sample and the base together. If I now press remain again, press pattern select.
Then we can branch off here and say, whatchamacallit, choose pads. After you choose your pads,
this will bounce just the sample and the base together. If I now press remain again,
press remain again. Here, I'm going to take out this step. I just need to press copy, go to pattern select, press copy, click the pattern, if I want to choose certain samples, press remain, boom. Okay. But like, hold up, let's go, let's say I want these two, then I click remain again. Then I don't think this step is correct. This is why you check your notes, kids. Then you click here, and then you can choose your pad. Okay, alright, alright. Okay. Alright, boom.
Then press pattern select to create a sample and choose this pad. Now, when I press copy, here I will have a new bounce file with just the sample and the bass.
Come on.
One-shot playback is another new
One
function
shot
that's been
playback.
added that allows...
Oh, I guess I never had this. One shot playback. You know, I wanted this a little bit. Let's just play with the formatting here. Formatting. There we go. Much more organized looking to me.
allows for other ways to jam with your longer audio files. This function means that samples will play in their entirety and not re-trigger if the pad is pressed again.
Sample will not re-trigger if played, if pressed again.
Or triggered by the pattern sequencer.
Or triggered by pattern sequencer.
To show you how this works, I have a 32-bar evolving melody and I will make this a one-shot trigger. To make this sample a one-shot trigger, hold the value knob and press the gate button.
Whoa, okay. Yeah, some of these ideas are not intuitive whatsoever. There's no way I would remember that. So choose your sample. And press value knob plus gate.
When it is activated, you will see the gate button pulse. Now when I press the pad,
Gate button will pulse.
afterwards, it will not re-trigger. This is very useful because it allows us to do some interesting things in the pattern sequencer. So if I press pattern select and create a new 1-bar pattern in TREC mode,
I already know what he's gonna do.
now I can choose my sample and I can put it on the first beat. And now it will trigger and then not re-trigger until it reaches the end of the third.
That could be really interesting with some type of what do you call that? Like polymeter thing. That would be interesting. Or some way like a Euclidean sequencer. Kind of in the same vein. Not exactly like one, but in effect kind of like one. If it's like you have multiple different samples that are one shots and you have a set bar limit. Anyway, I'll have to play with that around another time, at my own time. Hopefully once I finish learning this, I can have some sp404 streams. do some jamming.
32 bar sample when it will re-trigger and start again. So now I can add drums and bass into my sequence. I can now even add things like acapellas. Or I can even add synth sequences. This means you can create live jams with evolving patterns while still working in a one-bar structure. Another new added benefit, which helps you get right into your performance, is setting the effect loaded to the MFX button on startup.
Alright, you know what, okay.
To do this,
I don't really care about this
press
feature.
Shift and Pad 13 to enter the utility menu.
This is not
MFX
very
top.
useful for me. I find
To
it
do this, put your
unnecessary.
effects on the
It's
desired
neat to
setting.
have, though. Let's see what's next. Oh, wait, hold up. Additional pattern sequencer updates. More substep options. Okay. Press select sample and TRX without play. Okay. Very quality of life stuff, I think. Then we have DJ mode. I don't really care about DJ mode. We're gonna just skip through this. Where's... Are we out of it? Oh yeah, here we go. Skips like a good 5 minutes, it looks like. There's 19 minutes. You know what? I have to get going though. I think this is where I have to end it. It's 9:30. That's my time. That's my cue. I gotta get going. Let's return back to me. Let's put on the music, the royalty-free music. All right. Well, let's turn this off. Hold on. Thank you for joining me tonight on this Wednesday evening. This will conclude today's program. We will hopefully in the next stream, perhaps tomorrow if time allows, I will continue my journey with learning the sp404 Mark II. Or perhaps we'll do code, who knows? We can never be too certain what the future holds, can we? Alright. Until next time. Take care. Have yourself a good one. Bye-bye. He says bye too. That's Scrappy. Him, right there. He's already asleep though.